Shadow work is a process of self-discovery and integration that can help you uncover parts of yourself that you might have kept hidden or suppressed. It involves exploring your unconscious mind, your fears, your doubts, and your weaknesses. If you face these shadow aspects of yourself, you can become more whole, more authentic, and more empowered. Now, shadow work can be challenging. It's a journey that requires patience, courage, and self-compassion. Hello everyone and welcome, a special welcome to my subscribers. My name is Gerda Low. I'm a muse, a mystic and a master manifester. And to help you in the process of facing and integrating your shadow, today I will give you 3 questions that will help you to identify your shadow traits and to start this process of integration. The third question is a game changer, so be sure to stay till the end. We'll also talk about some common problems that people might face when doing shadow work and how to overcome them. And if you are serious about doing shadow work, you will find this extremely helpful. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's begin with some shadow work prompts. These questions are designed to help you reflect on your shadow aspects and bring them to the light. You can journal about them, meditate on them, or discuss them with a therapist or a trusted friend. A first question to ask yourself is, what are some traits in others that trigger a strong emotional response in me? This question can help you identify projections, which means when you attribute your own unconscious traits to other people. For example, if you get really irritated by people who are always late, it might be because you have a tendency to procrastinate and avoid responsibility. By recognizing this projection, you can start working on your own issues and stop blaming others. That's just one example. A second question you can ask yourself is, what are some situations or memories that make me feel ashamed or embarrassed? This question can help you uncover your shadow aspects, the part of yourself that you've been hiding or denying. For example, if you feel ashamed of your anger, it might be because you've been taught that anger is a negative emotion. By acknowledging your anger and exploring its root causes, you can learn to express it in a healthy way and use it as a source of motivation. A third question you need to ask is, what are some recurring patterns or habits that I have that I wish I could change? This question can help you to identify your limiting beliefs, the beliefs that hold you back from reaching your full potential. For example, if you always sabotage yourself when things are going well, it might be because you have a deep-seated fear of success. By challenging this belief and replacing it with more powerful ones, you can start actioning towards your goals. I have made a full video on limiting beliefs, so you might like to watch that. But for now, let's talk about some common problems that people might face when doing shadow work, because like I've said, it's not easy work, and how we can overcome these problems. So one of the biggest challenges of shadow work is resistance. Resistance is the urge to avoid or deny our shadow aspects. This can happen because you're afraid of what you might find, or because you don't want to face the discomfort of change. The key to overcoming resistance is to practice self-compassion and mindfulness. Instead of judging yourself for having resistance, acknowledge it and explore the root causes. You can also try to use relaxation techniques like deep breathing or meditation. This will calm your mind and your body and it make it easier. It's vital to have an extremely non-judgmental attitude when you face these aspects of your shadow self. Another challenge of shadow work is to feel overwhelmed. The feeling of being inundated with too much information or emotion. Remember, emotion is energy in motion, so we can easily feel overwhelmed when we do this difficult work. When you start to explore the aspects and realize how much work you have to do on yourself. The key to overcoming this feeling of being overwhelmed is to pace yourself. Prioritize self-care. Instead of trying to tackle everything at once, break it down into smaller, manageable steps. And you can also take breaks when you need to engage in activities to help you relax and recharge, like taking a walk in nature or listening to music. A third problem people face is shame. Shame is a common emotion that comes up when you start exploring your shadow self. You might feel ashamed of your past mistakes, your weaknesses, and your vulnerabilities. The key to overcoming shame is to practice self-compassion and self-forgiveness. Remember that everyone has shadow aspects. It's okay to make mistakes and have flaws. You can also try reframing your perspective by focusing on your strengths and your progress rather than on your shortcomings, but don't avoid these aspects when you do that. So fear is also another common emotion that can come up when doing shadow work. You might be afraid of facing your shadow aspects or afraid of what other people might think of you. The key to overcoming fear is to practice courage and trust. Remember that facing your shadow aspect is brave. It's an empowering act, and you have the strength and resources to handle whatever comes up. So, in conclusion, the shadow work that we need to do is a powerful tool for self-discovery and integration. If you explore your unconscious mind and face your shadow aspects, you can become more authentic, more whole, and more empowered. However, it's important to remember shadow work is a journey. It can be very challenging at times. So remember to practice self-compassion, mindfulness, and courage. Then you will be able to overcome the problems that will arise during this shadow work, and you will reap the benefits of this transformational process. Thank you for listening. And if you have enjoyed the video or found it helpful in any way, please like and subscribe. That's the little bell sign so that you don't miss any of the upcoming new videos. Sending you infinite love. Till next time. Goodbye.